Hello everyone, welcome to my review of Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 3, titled Thank You. Okay, so obviously spoilers for anybody who has not yet seen the episode, and a lot of stuff happened. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. If you haven't seen it, go away now. 5, 4, 3, 2, spoilers. Okay. Big episode, a lot of walkers, very similar to the first one. Back with Rick's crew trying to get the walkers back on track after the horn. So it picks up right after where episode 1 left off. They hear the horn, they're trying to figure out where it's coming from. Can't shut it down. Rick can't get a hold of Tobin. I don't know if he's dead or not. Stop picking up. I hope he's not dead. I like Tobin. So Rick, Glenn, Heath, Michonne, Nicholas, a bunch of other Alexandrians we haven't really met yet. Annie, Scott, one Sturgis, the guy with the hat. Is one of them, I think one of them is David. No, I think the guy who gets shot is David. Excuse me. Okay, so they're in the woods. It's clear that it's even more clear now how incompetent and how incapable of handling themselves these Alexandrians really are. Rick takes Glenn and Michonne away for like 2 seconds to talk to them. And the guy who's blaming Rick for everything gets eaten. Where, like, these people need babysitters. They leave alone for 2 seconds, somebody's dead. Then, you know, 2 of them, Scott and I think his name's David, I'm not sure. I'm gonna get their names wrong. I just watched the episode again too, and I'm not good with all these names. So walkers come. Glenn's like, only shoot if you have to. They're taking him out without really using their guns. Sky Sturgis, you know, backs up against a tree. Stupid. Gets his gun out, gets ready. You know, the other 2 go hand to hand, knifing. You know, doing a good job. Sturgis gets tackled from behind. Starts shooting randomly, ends up hitting the other guy in the leg. You know, almost takes that guy down. You know, but then that guy is actually capable of handling himself and is able to hold the walkers off long enough for some help to come. And then that guy who helps him ends up getting bit out of nowhere. Sturgis runs off. They end up going to a town where Nicholas let a supply run and wound up leaving everybody. He has to put the one guy down who's missing an eye. That happened. They find Sturgis. He's been eaten. Obviously, I predicted that. I predicted I think all those people were gonna die. The one guy survived, but I was thinking that all of them were gonna die. But I'm glad they kept the one guy around. You know, sucks about the guy with the note, his wife. They couldn't even get the note. But my big quarrel with this episode, aside from the whole Glenn situation, which I haven't even touched on yet, is why okay, I understand Annie was her name, the girl, because the herd was on top of them. To go back and put her out of her misery was risking a lot, but they could have put the guy who was pushed up against the fence, they could have put him out of his misery. I mean, really, just stab him with the sword. Done. They just leave him, let him get devoured. Stupid. Okay, more with Rick. Rick goes off to get the RV. Ends up cutting himself on the machete. I'm trying to go in episode order here. We'll get back to Rick later on, but Glenn and them, they make it into a pet store. And Glenn comes up with the idea to light a building on fire to draw the walkers to it. And Nicholas suggests a feed store, so they go. He tells Rick on the walkie, what his plan was, and then good luck, dumbass. That's the line of the episode. That's the line we've had in a while. Call back to episode 1 when Rick was in the tank, and then Glenn just called out, "Hey, dumbass, you in the tank, cozy in there." So I love that. They go, the feed store burned down. They end up getting cornered. Michonne and them have to leave, which results in Annie and the other guy getting killed. Because the herd's there. Well, at least the part of the herd that broke off was there. They end up making it back to Alexandria in the end of the episode. Michonne, Heath, and I forget his name, I apologize. Back to Glenn and Nicholas. They get cornered in an alleyway, and I'm not going to go over every single theory out there, but I will cover what I think. They get cornered, they fire their ammo. It appears they run out of ammo. At least Glenn definitely did. And I hear a click, so I'm assuming Nicholas does, but in the episode he shoots himself in the head. Is it an oversight? Did he reload? I know ammo has not been AMC's forte with this, considering Herschel's infinite ammo and all that. But they climb up onto the dumpster. Nicholas has another freak out moment. Glenn tries to get him out of it. He says thank you. He shoots himself. Knocks Glenn into the sea of walkers. And appears Glenn being eaten alive. It's not Glenn. I think Nicholas fell on top of him because where the walkers were eating from were like up here on Glenn, and intestines were coming out. Your intestines aren't up here. Mostly that was Nicholas's body laying across him. They just weren't showing it, and that's where the intestines were coming from. Hopefully that allows Glenn to get enough, to get away under the dumpster. Maybe that's what I've been hearing a lot of. That's what I'm going with. And Rick and the wolves. Rick stops in the RV to try and get ahead of the herd. One of the wolves that Morgan let go in the episode before. That group gets him. Rick kills him. I love it. He killed the 2, got away. Shot the 2. Then he shot the 3 I initially thought it was 2. There was 3 of them. I just couldn't really see the other one. Threw the RV to kill him, and then the part of the herd comes. So, that's a huge cliffhanger. And that's it. That's everything that happened in the episode. So I'll give you my breakdown. Walker Kill of the Week is Rick. He took the machete, killed the walker when he got cut. I don't think he's going to lose his hand. It's been confirmed he's not going to lose his hand in the show, guys. So, spoilers there. My top 5 moments. 5 is the whole Daryl, Sasha, and Abraham thing. That's the only bit I left out. I didn't understand it. Daryl wanted to go help Alexandria or Rick. He was going to help whoever. And he winds up circling back then anyway because he realized that they don't need help. They got it. So that was number 5 because it was just kind of like interesting that Daryl was like, "No, I got to go help," and Rick was telling him no, and Daryl kept pushing yes. And he eventually went out on his own. I have faith in you. So. Number 4, Nicholas, that whole thing. 3 is the Rick and the Wolves scene. Sorry. Also, the Alexandrians trying to help. That's in there. 3 is Rick and the Wolves. 2 is the dumbass line. And the whole thing with the aerial shot of the walkers eating Nicholas or Glenn, whoever. Glenn wasn't in the in memoriam on Talking Dead, and he didn't even have an interview or appear on the show. So until that happens, he's not dead. And then the whole thing with Glenn, spoilers alert, potentially dead, could be a hallucination. I don't know. What I'm going with right now, because my predictions for that, because the next episode is going to be all Morgan. So I'm saying he's not dead. That's my prediction for right now, and I'm saying he probably got underneath the dumpster somehow. Now, is that good for the storytelling? I'm not going to judge that, but that's going to do it. Be it for my review for this week's episode. Oh, I'm giving it I was gonna give it a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, but I'm rewatching it and like such a good episode, and I'm gonna give it a perfect 10. So 3 perfect 10s in a row for me. Hopefully this next week, even though it's gonna be a little bit slower because we know Morgan's gonna make it out of it. It's a flashback, so get a little breathing room after the 3 crazy episodes in a row. So that's it. And that's Mike can call here. Peace.